Righto, this evening we've got this Dell here, and it's come in with a problem with the home button. Goodness gracious, off to a bad start. The power button, it cannot be pressed, it's collapsed, and you can have a look and see that yeah, there's some interesting gouging going on there. So what we're going to do is pop this open, see whether we've got a screw or something like that dropped out, causing it to the board to drop away and we can't get a good press on it, or more than likely I'm suspecting the actual button dome pardon me, the button dome is collapsed and we'll have to come up with some way of replacing that. So let's get started. The weather is still stinking hot here, so you'll still hear me complain. I'm not putting gloves on this time. I want to, but it's just too hot. Just make sure that as soon as I walk outside, I straight away go to the bathroom and wash my hands off again. Alright, come on. This must be difficult now. Well, it's always fun. They give you a little lever point, but then they make you feel like you're going to destroy the laptop using it. I can see there's a little lever point here. Great. I'm going to need my favourite spudger. Actually, see if my fat one can do it. Obviously I don't want to jam this right into there because, well, we don't know what's hiding behind there. There we go. Once you get the first one, the rest usually come along pretty quick. Still got to be careful though. Don't want to just be too presumptuous and end up breaking off things. Alright. Let's see. Interesting assortment of... yeah, they've done it differently for most of the ones I'm used to. I need to keep these magnets away from things. They've got a lot of the screws hidden under the panel. So obviously since we're working around on this, we'll get rid of the hard drive first. We don't want any accidents causing loss of data. There's an interesting connector. I'll actually disconnect that one. It's too risky leaving that disconnected and then floating around on the board while I'm flipping it back and forth. Inevitably would have broken off. Let's put that safely there. And let's see. Looks like these are all 2.5 by 8mm screws. Okay, it's not letting go over here, I don't know why. Yeah, let me guess. This keyboard is removable. I'm an idiot. There we go. And I do need my, pretty sure I need my, get away with it. There we go. Yeah, it was a little bit rough pulling that keyboard up. It's actually got two flexes there. One will be for backlight, but it looks like, okay, so we've got water damage in the corner here, but that's not really going to be the fault, though. Yeah, it's in the area, you know, maybe there's some water damage in this button, but it does feel more collapsed than anything else. And this flex here, it looks like when it was installed, yeah, look at this. Let's see if we can get this. Look at that. That's just, someone's just mashed that in there. No care at all. That's really bad. By the looks of it, it should have been folded down 45 and again and again. But no, let's just mash it in. Brilliant. Finally. What a pain in the ass. Truly, pain in the ass. Alright, finally we find the home button assembly. Buried under there, so what do we have to do here? Great. Just great. Well, the assembly's there. And it's got a little bit of a, like if I push it down, I can, it's still operating there. Doesn't look like it's failed. Maybe it's just become, maybe it's sort of like partially failed and it's just become a little bit awkward to press. Let's get the light over here. So really the issue we've got is that the dome has seemingly collapsed in a way, or feels like it's got a very limited area where it responds to. I mean, if I get it dead set center, it's right, but so if I go over here, it doesn't work. So I'm trying to decide whether that is actually at fault, or whether the button itself has maybe lost. Some of the buttons sometimes can have a tiny little plastic applicator, so to speak, little pinhead sort of thing that specifically hits the button in the right place. Alright, I've decided after a bit of looking that the fault is actually with the dome switch here. I'm not sure if you can quite see it, but it's missing a little black nipple, as we might call it, that normally sits in the middle. Goodness knows where it's run off to, but it's not there. I've checked with some other photos of this board and I can't find it anywhere. So that dome switch there is pretty much a 1206 type size surface mount, and to get replacements for it, I couldn't get any online that I could see of, but I remembered that the iPhone 5s have something very similar. So these are from the iPhone 5. I just took them off with hot air off a iPhone 5 power and volume flex. I've never actually used these volume and power switch flexes because they're just a major pain in the ass to actually fit on the iPhone 5. But lo and behold, it actually was useful eventually. So I've got 3 of those switches. I'm going to hot air this one off, and then I'm going to solder the new one on just using normal solder. I figure with these switches, they've got the plastic membrane on, they need as minimal amount of hot air as possible. So hot air. Gonna put some normal leaded solder down. And wick it off. This is just to get rid of all the really dodgy non-leaded, unleaded solder. There. Get some flux. Freshly squeezed flux from Lewis Rossman. Okay, that should do it. Just going to clean up that area. We don't really want residual flux sitting around there too much. But I also don't want to wash the contact too much either. The switch, sorry, I mean. Okay. See if I can feel that. Yeah, that's a pretty good switch there. Alright. Now I have to put it back into the keyboard. Alright, let's see if we can actually feel the action. Oh yeah, can you hear that? Click, click, click. Beautiful. We're on a winner there. Here's hoping it actually does work. I suppose if I plug it in and put the power on, we'll find out. Oh dear God. With that horrible power brick going. Alright. There it goes. Oh yeah. It spins. Why'd you stop spinning? You're on. Looks good. You can see the screen from here. Excellent. Hold it down. Marvelous. Alright, well, that's all fixed up. Nice and easy. Put it back together and consider this a fix. Alright, until next time, I'll see you later.